Today on Motorhead Garage, we take an inside look at SEMA 2016. We're going to check out some of the latest tech and accessories for car enthusiasts and the average car owner alike.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Well, we're at the SEMA 2016 show and the excitement's in the air. There's so much power and performance around here. And speaking of power performance, we're here with Borla. David, hey, the world's most winning exhaust. Tell me a little bit about Borla.
We've been in business since 1978, the pioneers of aftermarket stainless steel high-performance exhaust systems. A privately owned family business. Just love what we do, blessed to be in this industry. We're a car family and couldn't be happier.
This one right here, man, tell me about this. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, this is the Borla Camaro SS of 2017, actually. It's a Camaro 6. If you haven't had a chance to drive a Camaro 6, I recommend it. It's a dramatic improvement over the Camaro 5, and we're especially proud of our carbon fiber tips. We think it really fits the rear of the vehicle, and it's kind of an aggressive look, and obviously we offer more traditional tips as well. And on this particular vehicle, we have our 3-inch system that was tuned specifically to work with long tube headers. Long tube headers tend to kind of bring up some objectionable frequencies, and so we've tuned this system to remove those objectionable frequencies, so it sounds just as good inside the cabin as it does outside the car.
Well, David, Borla's experts at getting exhaust in. Now you got a package to get it in and out. Tell me about this package.
More and more cars and trucks are coming from the factory with turbochargers, mostly for fuel economy reasons, and so we see this as an opportunity to make some power, being the power junkies that we are. So we've got a fully integrated turbocharger kit here. It's a fully integrated upgrade kit, includes larger turbos, adds up to 160 horsepower on your 3.5-liter F-150. Look out for kits coming for the Mustang and the Camaro as well.
That's the way to do it. Get your whole kit. Go to their website and check it out. I told you, excitement's in the air here at SEMA. Well, Brian's running around here 100 miles an hour with his hair on fire. Let's check in with him and see what he found.
SEMA is a fantastic place to check out the trends and different movements in the aftermarket, and for years, flat paint has been a very big part of the hot rodding world, and the guys from Vintage Flats have designed a solution that takes a lot of the guesswork and a lot of the traditional problems out of flat paint. Bruce from Vintage Flats, tell me about it.
Well, our products has been designed from the very beginning to be easy to use, and one of the great parts about our product is you don't have to be the mad scientist to mix it. It's just a 2-component, and you can mix like our flat clear. You can mix it 4-to-1, 5-to-1, or 6-to-1 for 3 different sheens. And it lays down easy because it has a self-leveling agent in it, which most don't. So you basically put it down, walk away, come back, and you get this nice finish.
Well, Rich Evans, you built this glorious lead sled in front of us, and you use the Vintage Flats paint, and you paint a lot of cars at your shop. So tell me about some of the advantages in your experience with the product.
The product, hands down, that separates us from everybody else is we have no flattening agents in it. It's designed for the DIY guy, easy to use. You can actually put this over a clear coat with orange peel on it, and the self-leveling self-levels itself without sanding the orange peel out, if you can believe that. So that's one to take home. And you know, you got your Euro clears, we've got our primers, we have our sealers. So, and everything's lifetime warranty. That's the best part about it. They stand behind the products. I've been shooting flats for over 15 years and never ran across a better product. And I've been painting their products for over 6 years. And hands down, you need to get something done fast and right and quality, here you go.
Bruce, panel matching has been one of the things that's always been tricky about flat paints. How have you guys solved that?
Well, it's just, again, the consistency, because even in our colors, it's a straight 4-to-1 mix. So as long as you can do that, even 6 months later, you can panel match quite easily with our colors.
Well, there you have it, folks. Vintage Flats is on the market. If you're looking to lay some paint on your hot rod or custom at home, lots of color options. Check them out on the web. We know it works. Rich says it works, and I trust him.
Well, folks, everything here at the SEMA show is not sitting stationary. We have here the BMW Performance driving, and they're putting the power and performance to the ground out here. Man, nothing like the smell of that burning rubber. As a matter of fact, is that Brian? No, he don't drive that well. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is being brought to you by Clamp Tight, the clamp making tool. Brothers Truck Parts, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC truck restoration. SMI, be safe, be legal, be confident. and by Dustless Blasting. It's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to the 2016 SEMA Show on Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting.
Well, we are here at the 50th SEMA Show. I am joined by the president and CEO of SEMA, Chris Kirsten. Chris, thanks for being here. Thanks for pulling off yet again this magnificent show. But more importantly than that, thanks for advocating and helping to support and really help our hobby and our industry.
Yeah, you know, people don't realize it. They come to the SEMA show, but the other 360 days of the year, SEMA is active trying to support both the companies who are represented here, but also the enthusiasts out there. One of the things that we do is protect the enthusiasts against unreasonable laws and regulations. And just this past year, we had a change in the law that is very problematic. The federal EPA has taken the position that it is illegal to convert a street car for use in racing. And we've had 40 years of the opposite position. And we're going to ask your viewers out there if they'll help us. Come to the SEMA website, SEMA.org, and look for the RPM Act. We've got a piece of legislation that we've introduced in Congress that makes it very plain. It's legal to convert a street car for use in racing. Just drop in there. You can write your member of Congress, your senator, your representative. Let them know that you care about this and that you'd like them to support that law.
John Gardner is all the way across the other side of the SEMA Show. What do you got, bud?
Not a lot of people would take a brand new bumper off a pickup truck until now. Rock Bumpers, Jay from Rock Bumpers, man, this thing form, fit, and function. I mean, there's no tolerances here. I mean, it's gorgeous, rolled the whole 9 yards.
Absolutely, John. One of the things that you notice most when you walk up to this bumper is that it looks like it fits. It's supposed to be right there. You know what? You said it was better than factory. That's what we like to say. These bumpers are better than factory. You know what? They're over-engineered, actually. It's premium steel, high quality. As you can see, the fit and the finish is absolutely superb.
Jay, it's not easy to roll it like this. I mean, you're actually following the body lines of this pickup truck.
We are following the body lines of the pickup all the way around. A lot of times you see the other bumpers where they just cut it off. These aren't. These are made model specific for a Chevy, for a Ford, for a Ram, a lot of different model years, all the way from 2011 to 2016, even the 2017. This is a 2017 Super Duty, and we already have a bumper for it.
Yeah, you could tell. Now, what about the mounting? I know I run into a lot of times. It's hard to mount a bumper. I mean, this one looks like it's pretty easy.
It is really, really easy. There's actually the research and development that has gone into this. They're really over-engineered. Also, it's very easy to mount, just basically 4 bolts that you actually put in there. Easy to put on, easy to take off, and you know what? Like I said, they're over-engineered, very strong.
I could tell with the form and fit. I'm sure the mounting's just as easy. Now tell me a little bit about this right here, the stainless steel. You guys cut that?
Yeah, it's stainless steel laser cut, stainless steel inserts. The insert is there, but you know what? It's also you can put in a winch.
You can even get a light bar that's rolled with the truck.
Yeah, 34,000 lumens light bar. Yeah, a lot of stuff here.
Now there's also some accessories on the back.
You know what? We have headache racks. We also have our own fueling systems. We have rock rails, a lot of different things with it.
Awesome. I'm sure you're going to sell a ton of them. Brian. Where's Brian? He's heading around the SEMA show for more.
So you may remember seeing this Ford Fusion behind me here in a previous episode. We saw it at MRT Performance in mid-SEMA Thrash. Well, I'll tell you what, if that thing is a head turner, this Mustang is an absolute neck snapper. Scott Hogue from MRT. First off, the car is gorgeous. We saw it when you guys were still thrashing on it. Tell me about the finished product and tell me about the honor that it's received.
All right, will do, thank you. Well, the theme of this car, we talked just a little bit about it, is sport touring. And to recap what that is, it is every driving attribute has been addressed in this car. So the first attribute is style. You walk up to this car, it has to stop you in your tracks, and it has to draw you in to tell you what's going on. So from the carbon fiber to the paint, to the stance, to the HE forged wheels, the coilover suspension, this car is set up for, oh my God, this thing is gonna go. You lift the hood and it tells you the story of why that's gonna go. Our friends at Vortec helped us out with a supercharger, so we have both supercharger and turbo going on under the hood. Our seating position, our seating choice with the Sparco, well bolstered, but yet very comfortable for the long run. MGW shifter really gives us that man to the machine meeting, but open road, driving fun, 3,000 watts of kicker stereo system with the concert happening right in front of you. There is no part of driving that isn't going to be fun in this car.
Well, one of the great honors this thing has received is a design award from Ford. There isn't a weak sister in the bunch here in the Ford booth this year, and your car stood out.
Yeah, this is the show of the show, really, at the Ford display. And to get the design award is really like getting an Emmy for us as a car builder. Quite an honor, and we're very honored to receive it.
Well, Scott Hogue, a lot of late nights, a lot of long weeks to get this car done and the Fusion done. Congratulations on your success. And John is across the show with something else here at the 2016 SEMA Extravaganza.
Walking around the SEMA show, I ran into the 70s Charger. This thing's a mix between Mad Max and Back to the Future. You see the engines right there? Nothing more than a movie prop. This thing's really cool. It's got a Z06 motor. It's all-wheel drive to get these ginormous tires on the ground. Look at the bodywork on this thing. It's actually the car that's going to be in the Fast and Furious 8 movie. So check it out. We'll be back with more Motorhead Garage presented by Dustless Blasting here at SEMA 2016. Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Now, things can get a little dirty around SEMA every once in a while, but no worries. We're here with Donnie from Spray 9. Donnie, you guys got a product that's going to clean up, degrease, and do everything. But before we jump into that, you also have a whole line of products you guys are famous for.
Correct, yeah. So Spray 9, there's a lot of engineering behind it. We're part of a whole family of automotive brands, Rain-X, Slime, Gumout, Fast Orange. So we're going to talk about Spray 9 today, but we're part of a whole series of brands.
Well, tell me a little bit about Spray 9.
So Spray 9 is unique. It's been around since 1955, and it's an automotive cleaner, degreaser, but also disinfectant. It's what we call a triple threat. You know, campers or hunters using it in their back of their pickup truck. You know, kill anything they might catch, game. You got to disinfect that game, obviously. So that makes it unique. So it's up with super clean and purple power, but adds a lot more versatilities overall with that triple threat added disinfecting aspect. So.
Now we also have some proof here. I got a door panel we brought from Motorhead Garage that actually Brian Lone's been working on, and you can see how dirty it is. Thanks a lot there, Brian. Tell us about the door panel.
So the door panel is a panel we found in a junker, believe it or not, from an old shop service van. And we just cut the door, we took the panel, it was dirty, greasy, obviously from the technician, and we cleaned it. And here's still sort of what you're seeing is before and after shot of the actual door panel, how clean it can get.
Yeah, it looks really good. Donnie, I got to get this door panel back to Brian or he's never going to get home tonight. Hey, we'll go find out where Brian's at so I can return his door panel.
If you can believe it, I'm actually holding one of the most useful and potentially time-saving tools you can have in your shop, at home, in your pickup truck, in your RV, basically anywhere. This is the Magic Creeper, and I'm with Brittany from Magic Creeper. Brittany, why is this thing so cool and why is it so innovative?
This is the Magic Creeper, and it's a wheelless mechanics creeper. It rolls up nice and tight so it's easy to take with you and store. It's only 3 pounds. It rolls out underneath the vehicle so it's 0 ground clearance and basically just slides on itself. It's a polyurethane outer coating, and so it's oil and water resistant. If you get some oil on it, just a simple degreaser will take it right off.
So like any tool you have in your shop, whether it's a ratchet, a hammer, anything, there is a proper way to use it. I'd like you to demonstrate the best way to use the Magic Creeper.
Absolutely. All right, so you just roll it out underneath the vehicle, and you want to sit on the edge of it so you get the most travel. Slide out, slide underneath the car. Gives you about 4.5 to 5 feet of travel.
What about moving side to side? Can we do that?
It gives you a couple feet from side to side.
Okay.
So you can kind of reach around a little bit.
And it's important to get on the edge, because if you don't get on the edge, you're going to kind of cheat yourself out of some of that travel. If you're not going to use it under your car, you can also use it to help move heavy cargo. If you got something to put in the back of your pickup truck, check this out. This is a NASCAR wheel and tire. This thing probably weighs 55, 60 pounds total. Literally slides back and forth with one hand. So Brittany, where can they learn more about it online? Also, what are you doing special for the SEMA show?
You can head on over to magiccreeper.com. It makes a great Christmas gift. And SEMA 16 is a coupon code. You can get 20% off.
We're going to leave SEMA and take you out to our project build. John's out at Brothers Trucks. Check this out.
Time now for Project 18.8 with Steve Flanders.
Now, our 18.8 project was all about taking a long bed truck and making it into a short bed. You're going to need a short bed. Got a couple options. You can go out, spend a time, fortune, a lot of money getting one ready, or you can do what we did. Just call Brothers and get all these different panels, all coated in EDP, ready to go. Steve, these things are perfect, and it was easy to assemble. We just started on one side, took the bolts on the bottom, took the panel, moved over to the front panel here, attached it, kept all the bolts loose, come over to this side, put this panel on. Once we did that, we had a bunch of runners here in the middle. They just went down. Everything was pre-marked, pre-drilled, really a piece of cake. All the hardware got put in place. Then there was a couple other steps we need to true it up you'll talk about, but the trick portion here was that tailgate. Man, that thing's something.
Yep, tailgate gets rid of the crummy chains and latches they had back in the 60s. Gives us a set of hidden latches and a hidden handle. Also, a couple of stainless arms so it hangs your gate without using the chains that beat up on your paint. But now that this is all together, we got this wood that we prepped already. We're getting it in place. It's got a pattern. You lay in your sideboards first, work towards the middle. Your holes in the cross sills are gonna sort of give you an idea of where your boards go, which wide boards go in what spots. And we've got our pre-drilled boards here that have the cam lock so that they don't spin when you're trying to tighten them down to the frame. All right, so our wood's looking good. We got to get it in place here. We got most of it laid in. We're going to put this in here and kind of let the holes in the cross sills be our guide. Get that laid in here. Let me grab a couple strips. We'll put those in.
You just go right over the little notches here?
That's it. And we just kind of lay those in, and we're going to let the strips kind of guide us into how wide our boards are going to be.
I see my hole right here on the cam lock. That's a pretty unique system.
That's right. That keeps the bolts from spinning when you're trying to tighten it from underneath on your frame. One thing we do need to do before we tighten everything down though, John, is we're going to have to make sure this bed's square. So the way to do that is we're going to find a spot we can measure corner to corner. We're going to do that. I got 101.5 here. We're going to just do the same thing on the other side, make sure we're good before we tighten this all up.
We're ready to put this on the truck, but you're going to have to wait till next week for the finale of Project 18-8. You don't want to miss it.
Well, John, the project truck's coming along awesome. A ton of work gone into that thing, and a ton of work has gone into this. Early 70s Chevy pickup. It's got a utility body on it. Thing's sitting down in the weeds on air. It's got a big block in the front of it. Pretty much the greatest blend of utility and awesome that we've seen around at SEMA. We'll be back with more for the 2016 SEMA show right after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is being brought to you by Reese, pioneering performance. Flowmaster, the exhaust technology company. Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. You know, the SEMA show is about some of the craziest and coolest cars in the world, but it's not just the cars. You literally never know what you're going to see when you walk around the corner here. Come take a little tour with us as we look at some of the wildest stuff at SEMA 2016. So at SEMA, you find cool stuff from all over the world. How about this thing? 1976 Australian Ford Falcon down here, and it's done in a pro touring style. The Aussies love their muscle cars just as much as we do, and this is proof. And how about some drag racing history? This is the Rat Trap, campaigned by the Hope family, one of the most famous and unpredictable fuel altereds in drag racing history. So what you think you're looking at is a 1937 International truck, but what you're actually looking at is the Trophy Rat, basically a tube chassis truck. It has the same style suspension you'd find on a desert racing trophy truck. The guys at Northrop Fab killed it with this one. When you think you've seen everything at SEMA, you see this, the Sorceress. 640 cubic inches of all billet giant mountain motor, pair of turbos, tube chassis. This thing is absolutely insane. Well, you never know what you're going to see when you walk around the corner here at the SEMA show. Take this, for example. This is a 10-foot tall statue made out of car parts. I actually call it John Gardner before coffee in the morning. Look at this guy. He's got a shield made out of turbos, got giant bolts for toes. He's ugly, but he's awesome. So this massive GMC is a great mix of insanity and utility. We've seen a lot of great stuff here at SEMA. We've been out goofing off, looking at cool stuff. John's actually working. John, take it away.
Tire technology has evolved, but I can't say the same for tire balancers until now. I'm here with John from Hunter. John, the Road Force Elite, top of the line, man. Tell me about it.
Oh, well, thanks, John. It's great to be here with you at SEMA. We're really excited about introducing our 5th generation Road Force wheel balancer. And as you know, Road Force has really set the new standard in the industry in wheel balancing. But the beautiful part about this technology is this one is fully automatic. The technician, all he does is drop the hood and everything happens automatically. All the dimensions are determined automatically. Spoke location where I can actually put the weights behind the spokes, that's all measured automatically using lasers and cameras. But most importantly are all the diagnostic functions happen at the same time. So I know where I road test every tire and wheel, if there is a problem, like you can see, look what happened. This just popped up. And it shows here that this assembly has 19 pounds of road force, but I can move it down to 9 by just touching a button on the screen. You see it comes up and shows that's where I mark the tire. Hit one more button, here's where I mark the rim. We match those together and we have solved the vibration problem.
Now, John, I'm old school, so I don't put the lasers on the thing. I put it down, bam, it's measuring it. I got the lateral run out. Is it going to catch that? Everything with the tire and the rim?
Everything. If you saw that, there was no input at all from the technician. Just drop the hood and let the machine do everything automatically. And that way you can audit every single tire and wheel and solve this vibration problem before it gets put on the customer's car.
And we still got the road force, the actual load on there going as well.
That's exactly right. We road tested every single tire and wheel assembly, and we've done it in the fastest amount of time possible.
Well, fastest is for sure. That was the quickest I've ever seen. Matter of fact, John, this is phenomenal. And you know what? There's a lot of other phenomenal technology here at SEMA. Let's check out Brian and see what he found.
In today's world of heavy-duty, high-performance pickup trucks that can move really heavy weight and massive loads, you need to have a hitch that's capable of working up to the level of the truck. I'm here with Tracy from Gen Y Hitch, and Tracy, you guys build hitches that can handle big weight.
We have 10K and up capabilities on ours, as well as a lot of adjustability built into a very heavy-duty American-made hitch.
So Gen Y not only offers the traditional hitches that we'd expect, but also some that use the technology of torsion bars, correct?
That is correct. We do have one that's 16,000 weight rating that uses the torsion technology and reduces the inertia between truck and trailer by 95%.
You take a lot of pride in your products. Talk to me about the manufacturing process and how heavy duty these are.
Yes, we do. We believe that we have a superior product. And when it comes to towing, everything is manufactured here in the United States, in northern Indiana. We use laser as well as robotic welding, and they're built to last.
You know, you can go and buy a pickup truck today that makes over 900 foot-pounds of torque right out of the box from the factory. You can pull huge loads with it. You guys also make hitches that help guys that have bigger lifted trucks, correct?
We have products even here at SEMA that are lifted, and we have stabilizer bars and stuff incorporated. It's not only just for looks, but it's actually functional.
Gen Y Hitch, they build heavy-duty, tough American-made products for today's hardcore trucks. We got more with John coming up right now from the 2016 SEMA show.
Now, we saw a lot of great things here at SEMA, but we're out of time for today. So catch us next week on Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, right here back at SEMA.